going on? It's Alfredo Gonzalez, but you guys can call me CASHESS. It's the CEO and founder of Goodz Market and the lead designer of Free Life Clothing. I'm here today to do a little question and answer some questions about my brand that that some of you guys have come along with. Let's get it going. Why Goodz? Why Goodz? Why Goodz, and where did the Goodz name come from? Well, I've always had the idea of I wanted my own brands, I wanted my own clothing lines, but I understand that there's something about me that I feel is a little bit different, a little bit special, and that's my ability to be a giver. I feel like from the way I've been brought up, watching my nana, watching my mom, these are some of the most selfless women I've ever seen in my life, and a part of me just feels like it's my duty to give. So I wanted to build a platform where I knew I could give the opportunity to make others feel as special as I feel about myself and my brand. So what the Goodz Market is so intentional is that I build a platform that gives other brands the ability to shine. And why the name Goodz is just, I really, without trying to sound cliche or anything like that, God told me that this is what I should call it. But Goodz, I feel like it was a name that had no bounds, and it's a name that gives my platform unlimited potential, where not only clothes will be sold on this platform, but shoes, beauty supply products, hair supply products, everything. It gives me a chance to really give my brand and my platform unlimited potential. So Goodz Market, that's what I felt in my heart. That's what I felt God told me to call it, and that's what it is. Goodz Market. Everyone's got some type of goods, and if you got the goods, I got the platform for you to put it on. Simple. Free life. Free life. What's Free Life Clothing? Where'd you get the idea for Free Life Clothing? So Free Life, again, without sounding cliche, I feel like this is just what God told me. I have the vision of being able to do whatever I want, whenever I want, without no rules. And I feel like the thing that was perfect to describe how I want to live is that term, a free life, a free life. A free life, meaning you can do whatever you want when no one tells you what to do, when to do it, how to do it. I believe that, my brand has to be at the forefront message of everything that I do. So I decided that I wanted to name my clothing line after that and use this type of art form and this type of platform, my clothing, to express how I see the world. So you see my first design, No 9 to 5, I've been had it out for about 2 years now, and it was something that I thought was the perfect way for me to describe exactly how I see the world right now. And that was even 2 years ago. That was me saying that basically I don't want to work in no job. And in 2018, I quit my job January 1st, and I decided from that point on, making those shirts as a statement to live by. We're not doing that no more. Times is different. Times has changed. We're not doing that no more. No 9 to 5. So I wanted to put out a shirt that, that would start off my brand, start off my clothing line, and really give the world a first taste of exactly what it is that I'm trying to say as a designer, what message I'm really trying to display to the world as a designer. And even though it's my first design, I believe that this is something that will sell over 1 million t-shirts. I believe that because it's a message that I believe is simple enough to resonate with the masses, and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to do something that was simple, but that really said something. So that No 9 to 5, my first design, that's how I came to be. And I tested it out a lot of different ways, but when I wrote it out on paper, No 9 to 5 like that, I'm like, yeah, that looks great. That looks nice. That looks nice. Let's put a fat red circle around it with a cross right through it. And I believe when I first dropped the shirts 2 years ago, the design was was much smaller, and I think that was really indicative of how much confidence I had in the brand. Even though I believed in it, the design came out smaller, and I believe that was just, it was a testament of where my faith was in the brand. I believed in it, but just not enough. And the second time around, when I really got to the point now, as a designer and as a creative, where I'm confident in everything that I do, God's plan put it to be where, I went and I got this same design redesigned the second time around with a better business structure and everything like that. And the logo now is much bigger, much broader. And I was unsure about it at first, but I like it because I need that message to really hit. You know, I need that message to really show. I need that message to really stand out. And now when I, when I go out places, you'll see on the vlog that you go on my YouTube, Free Life TV. You can see there's a vlog and I'm folding a shirt and it's so big that it catches the lady's attention. She's like, "What does that say?" And that's exactly what I needed it to do. I needed it to be something that was really big, really powerful, and that really stood out so it can catch people's attention. And I would have no fear explaining it after that attention was caught. Women's clothing. Women's clothing. Why do I want to create women's clothing? You know, I talk to a lot of people about this and they just don't understand why would I want to make women's clothing. But I look at these designers, and I've always been interested in fashion. Not to say I've always been interested in women's fashion, but always been interested in fashion. And I understand to be a real designer, not to say that anyone who doesn't do both sides is not, but these people who I look at, Micah Mary, Helmut Lang, Aaron Preston, Virgil, Kanye, they make clothes for men and women. And I believe that, there's no stopping us. I'm not the perfect designer. I don't have the most knowledge about women's clothing or men's clothing, but what's to say that I can't make it? What's to say that I can't do it? And I feel like to test myself as a designer and to really stretch myself, my abilities as a creative, I have to tap into both sides. And I do know that there are things that I like that women wear that I could imagine and I could put together that I think would look nice. Same be it as men. And I believe the same thing can happen for women making men's clothing. You know, there's no rules and there's no boxes that anybody should be in. So for me to make the women's clothing, I just feel like it's an opportunity, one as a business person to, give my brand more opportunities to be profitable. But second, as a creative and as a designer, to really test my abilities and stretch my creative mind to see what am I really capable of? What is my brand really capable of? So you get on my website, you get on the Goodz Market website, you see one of my first collections, one of my first women's collections is a 2-piece set with a half zip top for the fall. And my personal favorite is Sleepy Hollow's track pants bottoms. To me, those are dope. And if I was dressing somebody or if I had a girl, if I saw her in those, I would think they was fly. And that's the way that I think about it. I'm gonna do more designs, and it's always gonna be about how I see things and what do I think is fly. Would I dress my daughter in that, or would I put my girlfriend in that if I had the chance? And I think that to not do it is to limit myself. And I think a lot of us, we limit ourselves and we don't really realize how much power we actually have. We can do a lot more than we think. So that's why I'm doing it. And then lastly, just what's next? What's next for me as a designer? What's next for Goodz? Like I said, Goodz is meant to help. It's meant to help. It's meant to put brands in better positions. So what's next is that, going into 2021, we got some big things going on. I'm in works to developing Goodz and turn it into an app. And after that comes to be, I would love to see Goodz start to pick up a lot more brand partners. I want to put some of these brands on here and really start to get Goodz and really start to increase the value of this platform by having other brands' clothes and shoes on there. Next, I want to get into the sneaker side of things. I want to start putting shoes on there. And if you've been on my Free Life TV, I do sneaker reviews and I love sneakers. I love all parts of fashion. So the Goodz has to be stretched out a little bit more, and I want to start putting sneakers on there, the women's clothing, and we're gonna add more to the Free Life clothing collection. It's gonna be more designs that take more time, that come out better, more detailed. The vision will get clearer. My message will get more obvious through my artistic ability, and that's just what's next for Goodz. I want to really see it get cranked up to the next level, and not just by me. Through my designs and through my partners' designs, Goodz will go to the next level. In 2021, we should see Goodz go to something that is, really substantial in terms of the value it provides for myself and for others. And I would love to see the platform just continue to grow and continue to help others. And that's what I believe is going to happen next, is that once some of these things start to happen, the snowball effect will happen, and I will begin to get more brand partners. And I know that for a fact. And that's just going to be next for Goodz. And what's next for Free Life Clothing? More female designs, more women's clothing, definitely more men's clothing. We got some scary, very, very fire pieces coming out that I've been working very hard with. I've been working with a designer from Russia. I really put a lot of effort into this, and I really care about this because I feel like, you know, I can only speak to this designer at past 3 a.m. in the morning. So the effort and time I'm putting into actually making these designs great, I believe will turn, you know, it'll show in the quality of the products. It'll show in the quality of the products, and it'll show in the quality of the designs. I've been working on getting this message out for a long time, and what's next for Free Life Clothing is the world will finally get to see how I see the world through some of my designs. Obviously, it's going to be the fall and winter time, so you should be looking out for those type of items. But the message that I've been trying to get out to the world will finally become more clear through my designs, and just through the effort and time that I put in with this designer, we should really see Free Life Clothing get to the next level. You know. Now, for everybody who put in a question, I just want to say thank you. I appreciate the effort. Anybody even putting in a question for me to answer. Once again, it's Alfredo Gonzalez, the CEO and founder of Goodz Market, the lead designer for Free Life Clothing, but y'all can call me CASHESS. Peace out. All love.